Hi everybody, welcome to this After Hours. Today I would like to discuss a mistake that I made in my early days as an illustrator. And it's a mistake that turned lesson in the end, because that's the best way, isn't it? When you can learn from what you did, what you did that weren't quite right from your mistakes. So this story, as I was saying, starts in my early days as an illustrator, and I got to a point where I found myself feeling frustrated and complaining quite a lot, and I started asking myself, why do I always seem to be attracting the same kind of low-paid projects and those kinds of projects where clients end up not respecting me? That was a big question for me at the time. And before I give you an idea of why I think that might have been the case, let's rewind a little bit and let's look at what I was doing, which might have led to that situation. So back then I was saying yes a lot, and in fact I was saying yes to everything. I was doing everything and anything I was asked without even batting an eyelid, without thinking too much about it. And I was doing my best to be very accommodating, which meant emails at any time, at all hours, and weekend work without charging extra, and doing another set of revision and another one and another one and another one without charging extra either. So those kinds of things. And what I was hoping by doing that was that the client would be so happy with me that they would hire me again. I was also hoping that next time the project would be more in line with what I actually wanted to do. I was hoping that next time there would be a bigger budget, and I was hoping that this client might recommend me to somebody they knew, or to somebody else that would also hire me and pay me for doing what I love, illustration. And do you see what happened there? What happened is essentially I put myself in a situation where I was jumping through lots of hoops, being a good girl and hoping for a reward. The thing is, that's not how life works. We can do our best, and sometimes we are rewarded for the things we do well, but it doesn't just work like that, where you do something well and good girl, you get the reward. And while that was happening, I was slowly lowering my standards, I was slowly losing myself, and I was slowly losing my self-respect. And then one day it hit me, and I realized, how did I expect clients to respect me when I wasn't even respecting myself? How could I expect something of other people that I wasn't doing myself? And to me, that was a very big aha moment. Christos says there are no victims, just volunteers. And I think that in the context of business and in quite a few other areas in life, I believe this to be true. We are responsible for a lot of the things that happen to us, or things that don't happen to us. But at the end of the day, it's because we made the choice and we are responsible, and we either took responsibility or we didn't. And so from that point, when I realized that, I thought that maybe, I didn't have much to lose by trying something else, by trying to do things differently. And so that's when I started standing up for myself. And as I did, slowly, the projects got better, the clients got better, the budgets got better as well. And all of a sudden, I haven't figured it all out yet, and I'm still working on it. But this is quite magical, because at least, instead of saying yes blindly to everything, now I try to think about whether the project or the client, if that meets my values, if I agree with what I'm being asked to do. And the thing is, I didn't even think about the possibility of negotiating before. Like if I liked an aspect of the project, or if I liked the client, for example, I really wanted to work with a client, that's something we can always do. We can always negotiate. And at the end of the day, if things don't go the way we really want them to go, we can always say no. So another big mistake that I made in this whole story, I wasn't planning on talking about it right now, but when I was asking myself, how do I always get the same kind of client, is because a lot of the time, and what I've learned is that when you get referred, like when you get referrals from a client, if that was a bad client or a client with a certain budget, but that's not the kind of budget that you're expecting, they will refer people who have the same kind of budgets, or the same kind of mindset a lot of the time. So that was another problem that I hadn't thought about back then, and that I know about now. So so see, I think self-respect is like an aura, or like a hat. Like other people can feel it, I can see it too. So when you start respecting yourself more, I can guarantee that other people will respect you more too. It's a question of having standards, and it's a question of knowing what you stand for, what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept. And as soon as you're clear with that, and sometimes, I do still take some projects that I don't necessarily want to do them very much, but say I need a little bit of money, then I'm clear about the reason why I'm doing it, and I know that it's not necessarily going to be a portfolio piece, but that's what it takes. So well, thank you very much for joining me today. I see that we've had a few people who wait. Sorry I didn't say hi back, but thank you very much for joining. That's always a pleasure to get to share my experience, the lessons I've learned so far from running my business. If you've enjoyed this video, please do like it before you go, and if you're not already following me, give me a follow as well. That helps me find more people like you, and spread the message and the mistakes, hoping that nobody else, or like trying to make sure that as few of us make those mistakes. If you would like to become part of my inner circle and want to see more stuff like this as well, do sign up to my newsletter. The link is in my bio, and you will get a monthly or fortnightly dose of joy, inspiration, motivation in your inbox in between work emails. And finally, next Monday, I'm going to do, since it's the last Monday of the month, next Monday is going to be a Q&A. So I will probably pop a question box somewhere in my stories at some point during the week, so that if you have any questions, anything that you would like me to talk about next Monday, you can submit your questions there. That's it for me for today. So next Monday is going to be 6 p.m. British time as well. Remember that we've got the clock change at the weekend, if you're changing time as well. And I wish you a lovely evening or a lovely day wherever you are in the world. See you soon. Bye bye.